I have this farmhouse sign. I found this from the Dollar Tree along with a few others. And this one says, "Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey." The wording and the animals are raised off of the bottom part of the wood. And I'm going to paint everything first in Wise Owl Snow Owl. That's going to be my base color. So you're going to pick whatever base color you want and paint the entire thing. And I just gave this one really good coat. Once that fully dried, I'm going to take a very small foam dabber. And for this step, you want very little bit of paint. You don't want too much paint on your sponge. I'm using Wise Owl Higgins Lake, and I'm very gently, you do not want to push hard. You're almost going to glide the dabber over the raised words. You don't want to push because then your dabber is going to touch the back piece of wood. We just want to focus on the raised areas. And I did that until all of my letters were covered in the Wise Owl Higgins Lake. Next, I'm going to repeat the same exact thing using the Wise Owl Black on the pig and on the chicken. Now, of course, you could pick any colors of your choice. Paint products can be found at chalkitupfancy.com. And then for the greenery, I did the dried thyme. So again, just use a foam dabber for all those raised areas. And I'm also going to go back around the border in the black paint. I'm going to allow everything to fully dry, and I decided to remove the hanger, and I will add a new one later on. So I just touched up those two areas. I took 2 pieces of jute, and I'm going to create 2 bows, one being a little larger and one being a little smaller. The larger one is going to go on the pig's neck, and then the smaller one will go on the chicken's neck. If you have a decorative ribbon, you can use that as well. And then I'm going to glue them in place with some hot glue. I have these small little metal hooks. I get them off Amazon in a pack. And I'm going to start by gluing it down in the center of the bottom part of the wood. Once it's glued in place, I'm then going to take the small screw and screw it down. The glue's just going to hold it there so I can get that tiny little screw into the hole that is on the hook. And then I'm going to re-add a hanger to the top. I have this little farmhouse bell. I found these at Hobby Lobby. They come in a variety of different sizes. I'm going to take the larger one, and I'm going to start by painting the entire thing with some Wise Owl primer. Since this is metal, you do want to prime first so the paint does not scrape off. I allowed it to completely dry, and then I went on top of that in a dabbing motion with a foam dabber using Wise Owl black paint. Once that was covered and dry, I then lightly went over that with a little bit of Higgins Lake. You almost can create like a rusted look. I have a little buffalo plaid bow here that I'm going to glue to the front of the bell. It was a pre-made bow, and I'm just going to use hot glue to adhere it in place. I then took a piece of jute and I tied it into a little loop, and I'm going to wrap it around the top of the bell and hang it from our little hook. And now we have this adorable farmhouse kitchen sign. And I really hope you enjoyed it. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, mesh stencils, and wood cutouts can all be found at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can check out other tutorials over on our webpage. Have a great day.